Hi, today's Friday, August 28th, 2026. Let's learn what Trump did overnight regarding the what is it, a brawl between the United States and Canada, right? He increased the tariff to 50% for on Canadian goods coming to the USA, right? And what else? Row, it's called a row. Trump signs order renaming Lake Ontario as Lake America in the United States. This article was prepared Michelle L. Price and Will Weissert. Washington, AP Network News. President Donald Trump said Thursday he is renaming Lake Ontario to be known as Lake America in the United States as he escalates his trade war with Canada. The Republican president signed an executive order directing the Interior Department to update the lake's name in the U.S. Geographic Naming Service. Trump cannot force Canada to follow his preferred naming convention, however, of course. Trump has been floating the idea of name change in recent days as the U.S. announced it was imposing 50% tariffs on $20 billion worth of Canadian goods over the weekend after talks between the countries broke down. Trump has been needling America's northern neighbor since he returned to the White House last year, suggesting the ally with whom the U.S. once had warm relations should instead be observed as the 51st state. Canada responded to Trump's import taxes this week by imposing retaliatory tariffs on $20 billion worth of American goods, including steel, dairy products, appliances, and farm equipment. Trump, who signed the order as he was sitting at the resolute desk in the Oval Office, had a large sign behind him propped on a stand with a map of the Great Lakes. Over Lake Ontario in big red letters, the map read Lake America. Propped on a stand, that's a good expression, right? Propped on a stand. On the other side of the president was another map with words making the Great Lakes even greater. Make America great again and make Lake Ontario fucking stupid again. Trump said as he was signing the order that he had notified all of the various people that we have to notify. So we've done everything that we have to do, and this is official, effective immediately, he added. So let's check out the conversation. What a freaking clown. Trump is simply an idiot, and so is everyone who keeps supporting the buffoon. Yeah, buffoonery. President Trump has signed an executive order to name all countries, cities, lakes, rivers, mountains to be called Trump. Okay, Grandpa, would you like to bring in the cabinet so you can take your nap now? He took the Montreal cognitive test and claims he scored perfect 30 seconds each time. He probably cheated on the test like he does at golf. House and Senate need to send him down the impeachment path, and he needs a nice home with a miniature golf course. The stupid never ends with this one. It just gets stupider. What a freaking clown. Let's change the name of South Carolina to Trump. Maybe once he calls everything America, he won't confuse the state of Georgia with the country of Georgia anymore. It says Lake Ontario on my map, so shall it be. Trump is venal, vindictive, egotistical, and dumb fuck as a rock, unfit for and disgrace to the office he holds. Another problem solved. Listen closely and you can hear the Gulf of Mexico laughing. There's at least one report that he's considering expanding this to include other bodies of water. Would that qualify as a clear-cut case of TDS? Stupid is stupid does. The stupid is as stupid does. The stupid never ends with this one, it just gets stupider. It's not lake to rename. It's not his lake to rename. It's between the two countries, but it's more on the Canadian side than American. But it's still not his to rename. What a moron. I'll continue to call it Lake Ontario, like the rest of the world. I will always continue to call him the tangerine toddler. I filed the necessary paperwork and everything too. Interesting fucking stupid buffoonery by Trump. Thanks for listening. Have no buffoonery day today. Bye bye.